Yo, hello everyone. I am back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video in which I am doing the free multi. And yeah, that was definitely a free multi of all time. So, oh no, no one? No one? Really? No one? Yeah. Not even like an SSR, nothing much. No, not really, no, not really, no, you didn't want to even do that for me, okay, I see how it is, I see how it is, but let's go ahead and do Summon Point Dokkan Festival. Just because that's going to give me something really good, because I can feel that. Why is... Oh, Pan? Superhero Pan? Okay. Yeah, I know. Guaranteed Dokkan Festival. Yeah, guaranteed Dokkan Festival. This is why the summon is so bad, though. It is pretty bad. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't. Oh! Oh, that's a new Videl. Oh. Oh, well? Word? Oh. Oh, word? That's actually... Dang, that's actually really good. What? Word. Yo, word. Yo, okay. Wait, we take that. We take that. That's actually a W. What? Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on now. That's actually a dub. Wait a minute. Something feels right. Okay. Yo. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty nice. That's actually fairly nice, chat. That's fairly nice. That's fairly nice. That's fairly nice. That's that is fairly nice. That is fairly nice. You love to see it. You actually love to see it. You love to see that. You actually do. It's very good. That was very good. 30 summon points can be attained per multi-summon. Okay. I guess I can go do it for the one time, right? I mean, I can just go ahead and yoink right here. And then go ahead and see what I get from here. I mean, I already pulled... Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Wait, this multi's kind of fire. What? Okay, I mean, I have both of these characters, but this multi is kind of fire. Hold on. Okay, Tien and Xiaotu, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, we might be cooking. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, what? 9? Oh, that's not a combo. 10? Okay. You know what? That was kind of fire. Alright everyone, now that I have farmed out the Peppy Gal's characters coming off of this celebration, I am going to take on stage 10 of the heart-pounding heroine battle versus Koei. So with that being said, as with all of the other stages, there is a gimmick to this one, and it is that Master Roshi greatly reduces the stats of the boss when he is present. As you can see, her attack and defense are greatly lowered since Master Roshi is present here. So, with that, Goku can greatly just put the hurt on this boss. Now, that's being said and done. Although she does have a guaranteed hit, it should be no problem for this Goku to absolutely clobber with and deal with. Bow! And bow! And you're dead. Nothing too crazy here, nothing too crazy as I get the finishing blow with Master Roshi. This is more so just a little gimmick fight here, as without Master Roshi, she does 5 million normals. Help, I don't want this dude anywhere near me. That's pretty funny. So with that being said, that is that, and I also got the mission to beat it with at least 4 Peppy Gal's characters complete as well. So that is what it is. Now onto the Brienne Deja Zone fight, and this is actually going to be something where I'm going to have to, lock in just a little bit more. Lock in just a little bit more, for sure. Let's see what kind of gimmicks are going on here. I believe there's something about orbs and that kind of stuff, so let's just see here. Obviously, Chi is going in slot 1. You have dodge. You're going to be perfect there to hold down slot 1, so let's just see perfectly what Chi can do. She has 70% chance base dodge. However, when receiving a super attack, she gets 80% chance to dodge. Also, the stun is very good for a boss fight like this. Then she can have all the status effects dealt to her. An effect like stun is going to be pretty useful. Pretty useful in such a fight. For real, gang, for real. It's going to be useful to have an effect like that, but she seems to have a high amount of reduction while she's in her normal state. So what it's looking like is we want to get her into the other state where she is transformed, and that's how you beat the fight. Okay, these new Peppy Gal stages don't seem that bad for real. They don't. But that's probably because you have to have the restrictions on these characters for real. Oh, I didn't even level up her super attack. What am I doing? Gang, do I want to... Yeah, I probably want to go ahead and let's back up for a second. Nah. Back up. Hold on. Okay, now I'm ready, I swear. Now I'm ready. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to take on stage. Now we're ready to take on stage 11. Okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, yo, I definitely could have won anyway for sure, but I ain't trying to showcase her on some down bad level. Let's fully have her super attack leveled, okay? Let's not do her dirty like that, all right? Let's just not. Let's just absolutely not. Let's not do that. Let's not try and disrespect her like that for real. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and see what she's capable of next turn as well. So that is going to be quite good as we are getting build up with her. She has 50% damage reduction as well, baseline. Pretty good stats, pretty good stats, pretty good, pretty nice Team Bardock buff for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. The two EZAs are pretty nice. Also, they both stun on their super attacks as well, so, you know, that's pretty good. I will have to say that's pretty good, being able to inflict status effects on this boss just continuously is something that you really do want to see and is something that is going to help me out in this fight. But honestly, summon or skip. Also, yeah, no, this is something that was out of the blue, so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna break it down. No, it's just they arrive in game, right? They just arrive in game with the Peppy Gals banner and the Peppy Gal celebration before, you know, the next big campaign, the Tanabata time slot campaign, really kicks off, and we get all the details for that. So a little bit of an in-between celebration. We do love to see it, though. The Videl, her OST is banging right now. I absolutely love her. She has very nice animation to revive. I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of what this Videl is. I'm a fan. Just reading her on paper, I'm a fan. Grand fan, I couldn't really care less for her if I'm being real right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, she is. Everyone's on full leader skill, you know, with Peppy Gal, so I'm not like selling. I'm not selling the bag here with this team for sure. But yeah, when I say it's worth it, I mean it is like the Dragon Ball Heroes banners, which is very good. So, you know, you already know it's going to be good when you summon on the Peppy Gals banner because it only has 7 SSR characters featured. You are guaranteed one featured character every single multi-summon. You have discounts beforehand, which that's nice. That's actually pretty nice. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. You know, the 30 stone discounts. I took advantage of the 30 stone discounts even because I was like, yo, I mean, there's summon points as well. You might as well. But I definitely do say the summon point system, it's alright. Like, it's just something extra. I wouldn't go out of my way to really use the summon point system, if that makes sense. It's just a nice added bonus. It's really just a nice added bonus for freaking sure. So yeah, we do have the roadmap that's telling us the last docket on that roadmap, though, is the Tanabata time slot celebration, which is going to be something special, and then we can really chill out after that for real. I mean, Heroes is gone as well, so we don't have to worry about that too much. So that's something to really consider. Oh, okay. Well, I can get the active skill right here with Vegeta and Goku. I mean, that's awesome. That's going to do a lot of damage. That's type advantage. Oh, yeah. So this Videl, she has... Oh, she has to have Peppy Gal's ally, or Luna's ally includes Gohan, Teen Ultimate Gohan, or Great Saiyaman attacking in the same turn. Okay. Ah, she gets her entrance stuff after she revives, and she... Okay. Seems solid, but you do have to have the characters that she needs to really get her full value for sure. But she's not bad. Especially having a revive, and especially... She's gonna work well with the new Gohan. Because she should be Defenders of Justice, I believe. So she should be on the Gohan's leader skill. She should work well with the new Gohan. She should work fairly decently with the new Gohan. Because is she on Defenders of Justice? I want to be lying and say she's not on Defenders of Justice. No, it's... Yeah, she is on Defenders of Justice, and Gohan leads Defenders of Justice. So you should be good. You should be good to go with this Videl. Anyway, I mean, she is definitely not a bad tank for real, especially before slot 1. I mean, damage reduction rate 50% plus before attacking. You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent for real. That's pretty decent. What's some... Missions looking like for real. Come on, the Master and Disciple. But hold on, give me one moment. On the crunch, okay. Yeah. Nah, she would be useful for the bond dependent shot. Nah, because there's no slot ones, right? Yeah. Yeah. She would get slaughtered in some fights though, for sure. Especially if it's after when she attacks. Yeah. That's gonna really hurt. But her animations look really good though. Her animations do look really nice. I do have to say that. Her animations look really good. They do. They do look quite impressive. I like it. I do. I really do. They do look quite nice, for sure, for sure. Go ahead and get that Roshi active skill though. Moving, learning, playing, eating, and resting every day. That's a Turtle School way. Buffs to, and a full boost to HP. All allies P3 and attack. Defense plus as well, so that's pretty good. Pretty freaking good, chat. So gonna go ahead and see myself in here. That's not too bad damage. She's doing as much damage as the clones, huh? Yeah, she's doing as much damage as like the clones, huh? Okay. Okay. It's not a terrible super attack. Not a terrible super attack. She does have a great chance to... Oh, starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn, she goes full offense. Okay. Great chance of quitting launch an additional super attack. It's not too bad. She's not too bad for real. 50% DR, guard. It's not too bad. Really isn't too bad. Yeah. She ain't that bad. She ain't really that bad for real. Like type stuff. She ain't too terrible. She ain't too terrible for real. What isn't too terrible is clearing this event. However, you do have to have Master Roshi. You do have to have this Master Roshi on the team for real. Because if not, I mean, that's just what you could run him as a... No, you can't run him as the friend because you have to have him on the team. Because that's how character missions work, is you have to have them on the team. Because you can do some funny stuff with the character missions when you don't have the character, like, on the team as the friend. You can do some funny stuff with that. You can. You actually can. So I'm gonna say that's the case. We do like to see another stage of this, though. If the Heroine battle was updated every Peppy Gal celebration, no, I wouldn't mind. I don't even care if this ends up being like 30, 40 stages. I really don't. It's good. Good stuff for real. Okay. Because, yeah, you have to have clearing stage 11 with Master Roshi on the team. Friends do not count. Yeah, so definitely something to consider for real. Oh, well, do we want to bait a revive? We could just bait a revive for real, huh? Or does the boss even hit hard enough to do it? She'll die, trust. Oh yeah, she'll die. There's no way. We actually wanted to die for real. I'm not even gonna lie. We actually want death to happen right here. Oh, wow, that didn't occurulate how I thought it would. It's not too great. We don't love to see that. Took double digits from the super anyway. Yeah, I tried. Y'all can't say I didn't try to get the Videl revival skill. The boss just don't hit hard enough. Boss just don't be hitting hard enough for me to see. I mean, after she attacked, she looked like she tanked more, huh? Yeah, for real. I guess it's just compensation, huh? If she gets locked. I feel like that's what that is, for real. Oh yeah, she does massively raise her defense on Super, huh? Does she? I'm pretty sure she does. Oh, that's a good turn from Fasha, by the way. Sheesh! Bonk. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, I will say. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad for real, not too bad. See that turret school active skill? And let's get out of here. Yeah, honestly, this whole Peppy Gals celebration thing, not too crazy, but we are getting other events as well. We are also not only getting that, you know, the treasure item summon point is here. You can exchange the summon points. Honestly, the summon carnival, it's definitely good, right? Like, if you get a dupe of Vegito or Gogeta, that's good, right? We're not saying that's bad. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. You know, that's quite good. That is quite good, you know. That's quite good. Of course. And then we have the Dokkan Day summon tickets for real. And then we have the new campaign info. Joyful Summertime campaign is on. Get awesome rewards including Dragon Stones. And we have, you know, login bonus, special missions. We have the banner. We have the summon point stuff. New Extreme Z battle. New stage of Heart Pounding Heroine battle. New stage of Infinite Dragon Ball History available on this coming on the 21st. So let's see. No, this on the 21st, 22nd is a World Tournament. This is a good time to do a World Tournament. I know that mode is hated, right? I think that mode is just genuinely hated, right? And I agree. It kind of is stinky, but if we're doing these like bait campaigns, like World Tournament, Patan, right? Right? I feel like this is the time to do it for real. This stuff, and just all this other stuff. Okay. So while that's obviously in there, the global Dokkan campaign is almost over. So with that being said, since I am going to do more videos on it for sure, because I got to get that fights done. But with that being said, with it being said, first of all, I don't mind the temp limits. I actually am not mad at the temp limits. Summons is good, though. It is good. It is good. For sure. Let's see. Where are my campaign missions? Because we should have campaign missions, right? Or is it just like the special daily... No? Oh, wait. Did it say the 19th? I might be tripping. Yup, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. They're not out yet. Alright, chat. They're not out yet. Okay. Makes sense. That's why Goku's a GOAT, by the way. He's just there on every team. Chat. He is the GOAT of Global Dokkan campaign. If I had to say, like, the Vegito, right? Because we'd be like, Dokkan mistreats Vegito, right? You know? I was apprehensive about him first. Alright? I was apprehensive about him first, right? I was. But when I tell you, this guy is just a monster. If he's like Vegito, right? And even Vegito was like, you don't want to bring him in some circumstances. But just the amount of damage reduction they both have. They feel like damage reduction cards. The Vegito with 90% damage reduction for the first 3 turns, and then just this guy was just 70% DR. That's insane, right? I feel like that cannot be understated. And even so, even if you're not fulfilling the damage reduction condition, which is just super class, by the way, it's just super class, which is really easy to fulfill. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. He still has 80% chance. He still has dodge, right? He still has dodge to back himself up. He still has 60% chance to dodge, right? 60% damage reduction, 60% chance to dodge. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Smash exactly what you would want out of this unit. Exactly, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. And this Gohan as well. I'm just going to say this about this Gohan. He's okay, but I've never really seen him go off, if that makes sense. There's no good place to showcase him. Even in these new fights, it's like you don't see his potential, really, because you're not incentivized to build his team. You're stuck with these weird missions that you don't even want to build a team. It's like, oh, bond and pay on the shot. What are you gonna do? You're gonna build a team like this, right? You're just gonna absolutely just blow them away with fusions. This guy is good for every single piece of content. I even thought he wouldn't be good for Festival of Battles. No, he is. He straight up is. He is the Festival of Battle killer, right? He is really good for that fight. He is. Also, Global Dokkan campaign, getting a dupe of this guy, really good. Getting a dupe of this guy, really good. Now having a dupe of the Tech Odds, really good. Having, them at 90%, really good. Just being able to pick up these characters is really good. Being able to pick up a dupe of all these characters I haven't had a dupe of, really something. Really quite something, chat. Really quite something, chat. But with that being said, let's go to LRs just to talk about it. Out of the mainline LRs, this guy is not crazy. I think he's the worst LR out of the 5, excuse me. Probably. I say that with my chest out, too. Omega's crazy, especially in these new fights. Omega's crazy. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he's really solid. Goku's just the best one. I'm just settled on that. He might just be is he the number 1 unit right now? I'd go as far as to say yes. Especially with the power creep. Vegito just can't live on turn 5 when you pull him out. Like, I'm so serious. Even the other Vegito's getting power creep. This guy isn't. In these new fights, it's like, okay, dodge canceling slot 1. What are you going to do when dodge canceling slot 1? Oh, turn 4. Okay, cool. Go ahead and nullify the dodge nullification. Okay, cool. Chill. Pretty good. Pretty good ability. This guy is going to age. He's going to be one of those characters that's just going to, age so beautifully. Not like the original Blue Duo. They aged so bad because all they did was defense. This guy aged beautifully. This guy is going to age beautifully. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Especially having Lowe's attack in there. Raises all allies' defense by 60% for 1 turn. Defense support, really quite something. Really quite good. I think he's amazing. Genuinely amazing. All over this Goku Black. This guy. I think this guy's number 1. I think I'm confident in putting him at 1. Next. Should I grab Omega? I think so. His team is crazy enough to want me putting him at number 2. I genuinely think so. Number 3's got to be Gogeta, though. For sure. Just of how much he can do. It's close. But Omega is favored in these new fights. But it's close. It's close for real. And Omega helped me out with some missions. Next, Goku Black. Just because I'm putting him at 4 does not mean he's bad or anything. He's very good on Omega's team. He is very, very powerful on Omega's team. His own team is just okay, though. And then finally, for number 5, we have Goten, Gohan, and Trunks. They just aren't that. They just aren't all that for real. And then, of course, we have Champa. We have Champa. We have him. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and pull you up. Champa. You're nothing released just because you aren't even on your own team, but you aren't exactly nothing because your kid's very good. We like to see that Devilman passive for real. Balanced Devilman passive, where we just have a chance, a very low chance to just one-shot the boss. That's nice. That's nice for real. That is good. That is good mechanically. We could just kill some of these bosses with that. We could just really try out that strat for real. But, oh yeah, the physical, STR Pan. She's okay. She's a good support for the team, which that's what you want, right? Out of any other thing, a GT Hero support, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Scouter's pretty good. I have heard she does get slaughtered even with her damage reduction just because of the fact that, right? All of these guys. She does have extra damage reduction against normals, but she does have a scouter, so that balances her out for real. So, she's someone where it's like, I'm not too inclined to say that she's crazy, but I would say, is she just the worst one? I don't know, but that's my ranking. That's my ranking of all these GDC characters. I'd say Videl is pretty. She's okay. She's definitely all right. She can revive though, which is definitely very good, especially in these recent fights. It's very good. This is not too bad in this meta, especially when you can attack down a lot of fights. You can. She's a good deep. She seems like a not bad DPS, right? Yeah, she has 40%. She has 80% chance to dodge on her own team on Peppy Gals, plus a damage reduction rate of 40%. That's not too bad. That's really not that bad. Great chance of stunning, great chance of sealing. Okay. No, that's not bad. She's really not that bad for real. She's someone that I would like to see, but it's like I don't need her for any of the content. So it's like I'm not going to go ahead and summon for her, especially because I got what I needed. That's really a summon format you have to use for Dokkan Battle, for real. For real. When you get what you need, you really go ahead and go, for real. So, Summertime Campaign is going to be alright. It's going to be some decent stuff to hold us over the in-between celebration between now, because the next celebration is going to be that campaign. It's straight up going to be that campaign. Like, no joke, next week is literally going to be, boom, we're going to have all the crazy reveals for the campaign. Hopefully Daima, because Daima needs to happen. I'm just so serious. I'm being so for real. Daima final needs to happen, especially as a Goma fan. They need to drop me a Goma. I don't even really... I'm going with this carefully. I like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but I need me a Goma. Alright, with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed. This does wrap up the Global Dokkan campaign and into this Summertime campaign, and then we get into this other campaign. I have to say this over and 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 over again. This new Summertime slot, bombastic, fire. We love this. We love not having Anniversary and the worldwide campaign back-to-back. Very good. Very good. You love to see it. That's so good. So freaking good. It allows us to actually have time to save up. Dokkan is getting good in 2025, but it's getting weird, but it's getting good in 2025. Alright, with that being said, I'll end on my goats. I did kind of believe in them. Even 55%. These are characters you just don't even need dupes in, because for real, they just are what they are, right? For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. With that being said, though, hopefully I'll enjoy. Until next time, bye. However, two things before I get on out of here. Firstly, save up for what the Tanabata campaign will be molded into. It will literally start in 2 weeks, and that celebration is honestly the third biggest celebration in the Dokkan Battle yearly cycle. The second being Global Dokkan campaign now, and the first, of course, being the main line anniversary. So that starts in 2 weeks again. You really want to prioritize saving for this celebration. And number two, to piggyback off that point, definitely consider really just skipping this Peppy Gals banner if you don't need it for the mission to beat stage 10 and 11 of the Heroine battle, which is honestly just super easy anyway, and really predicates on you having Master Roshi anyway. Then I would just recommend skipping, for real. And these are characters that you can let come to you, not the other way around. Same with the summon points. I would honestly say y'all actually might want to consider saving. Definitely don't try what I did and just summoned anyway. Just really had, my summon points be kind of wasted here, especially since there's definitely characters you would want to see for sure if you're missing a pool. But if you want to, you can. I don't say stop you for sure, but I'd say consider. I'd say watch yourself. I'm not going to say stop. I'm going to say slow down, watch yourself. Do you really want to summon on this pool of characters or this pool of characters? If you do, go right ahead. That's on you, for sure. There are definitely some good characters out here, for sure, that you can pick up with the summon points. But if not, if you really don't, if you're really apprehensive, I'd say slow down. I'd say consider. I'd say consider yourself, for real. Because this is not going to be a permanent stagnant banner. It's going to change around. every so often as well. So that's just something you want to consider with this new summer point system. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle has really changed for the better throughout 2025, and even though they definitely had a couple of missteps for sure, I definitely say it was a solid year for sure. So let's go ahead and see what we have for sure in store for the craziness, all the crazy shifts, the crazy updates. We're really getting Tanabata reworked as well, because it's not going to be over Tanabata because it's actually a holiday in Japan. So now it's not going to be called Tanabata. It's going to be called one unified name, which I actually like it, because I think it was called like the Starry Winter Night campaign on Global, because it was like the December time slot for real. So that was how it was happening. So, it is what it is on that front. I'm really a fan of this. Again, the time slot is so good. I cannot stop singing the praise, especially for the target audience. Me and young people, especially for sure, because it's a fighting show. So having that, in the summer, people are out of school, that's really good on the time slots for a campaign like Global Dokkan, for a campaign even like the that, as well as the Tanabata celebration following it soon is pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I do like GDC being in the heat of the summer. That's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. With that being said, though, that's all. I'll wrap it up here. These events weren't really that bad. That's why I was able to just do them in one video, because they were really not that hard. Everything was really not that bad. Really not that bad. Really not. It's really not. It's really just more so gimmicky fights. I would like the Peppy Gals banner to be updated along with the event every time, for sure. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely fantastic, for sure. So with that being said, I'll get on out of here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and let's get it's going to be, I won't say a dead week next week, because we do have content. We definitely do have content for sure coming up. We do. But then we're going to get to the thank you stuff, and then we're going to get to that celebration on next week. Next week is when we're going to start that celebration, and then really kick off the festivities for that. Hopefully it is going to be, I'm not saying it has to be Daima, because they definitely can make other things work, but let's be real. Daima does need to happen at some point. I'm being so serious. I'm not just trying to say legends this, legends that, but I'm so serious when they say, yo, it's been months since Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta adults have been in the game, as well as Ku and Do for Legends. I'm being so for real when I say we do need Do and Ku and all that kind of stuff in Dokkan Battle for real, and Goma, as I said. But with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Until next time, bye. Let's hope we see some good stuff for that campaign for sure. Because if not, if the characters aren't enticing, I'm not even gonna lie, saving for Annie might be the play. I'm not joking. Saving for Annie might be the play, especially because I want characters like this Goku, especially this Goku.